Holy shit. I just drove for like 5 minutes and I completely forgot I left my DJI there. Shit. Okay, good morning. It is about 11:15 a.m. right now. Sorry, I'm gonna turn my podcast down. I'm running around doing my side gig right now just to make some extra cash, and it's been going pretty smooth so far. It just involves me going to a bunch of different locations. Today, I wanted to kind of keep the vlog pretty simple. I put up a poll yesterday on my Instagram for some questions. So I'm gonna do a Q&A when I get home later, because this may take like 4 or 5 more hours, and I don't want to bore you guys by just showing you random B-roll of the streets that I'm driving on. Once I'm home, then we'll do Q&A and I'll use my camera. All right, well, this wasn't even a vlog. This just turned into like a shitty, non-productive filming day. That's literally what this entire video is going to be, is just me answering a couple of questions that came in last night. But if you don't want to be bored out of your mind, and if you don't care about me answering any questions, just go watch the other 9 vlogs that I've made already. They're a little bit more interesting, a little bit more substance and story to the actual vlog. Other than that, I'm going to hop into some questions. The first one, since it's basic, what's your favorite drink? My favorite drink as of right now is any sort of cold brew coffee. I think it is the only thing that wakes me up just as much as like a Prime energy drink. That would be my current favorite drink, any sort of cold brew. All right, the next question was, what camera do you have? The camera that I use to film everything, well, I have 2 cameras. This is the Sony ZV-E10, very, very beginner, minimal camera. It's super small, fits in like the palm of your hand. It's the camera that I use to shoot anything like this, like high quality. All of my short form stuff on TikTok and Instagram is shot with this camera. Most of the vlogs, they've been shot with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. That's like a small gimbal-like camera. The DJI, a little bit smaller, of course, but it gets the job done. And that's what a majority of these vlogs are filmed with. I'm also, for reference, not the biggest fan when people are asking the questions of like, oh, what gear do you have? What camera do you use? Because having a better, more expensive camera, of course, it's going to get you a better looking video and quality, but you can just use whatever it is. You can use your iPhone, you can use your Samsung, whatever you have at your disposal, you can use that for making videos. The next question is, what is your favorite place to film and why? My favorite place to film as of late has been this backyard. So funny story about this yard. About 7 or 8 years ago, half of this yard was actually grass, and it was the way I divided my like basketball court. So I had a hoop over here, and I would use that to be like, okay, this is the court. Like half of the yard would be the court. As of late, I have been really appreciating this yard because it gets great sunlight. I'm able to be creative with this space other than, the little space that I have in my house. And it's also my favorite place to film because it is the place where I'm like completely not distracted. I can just figure out what I want to do, what I want to shoot, what I want to make. There'd be times I wish we had like a backyard camera or something, because I've definitely spent maybe hours of pacing back and forth, trying to figure out an idea how to make it come into reality, or just literally thinking. In the morning, I'll get my tea, I'll come out here, stand and just ponder out into the sky. I spend a lot of time in this yard. Okay, this is a great question. What new things are you trying to learn this year? 2 things. Learning how to ride a skateboard. I have a skateboard back there. You guys can't see it in the frame, but I really want to get good at learning how to ride the skateboard. Currently, if I just try and step on it, I'm scared. I'll bust my ass. Definitely need to lose some weight first before I hop onto that board comfortably. And the second thing is get really good at piano. When I say really good, I mean just the basics. Understand all the chords, understand all the keys, different songs that I want to learn. Just get a good understanding of how to play the instrument that is a piano. So I have 2 more questions, and it came from the same person actually, and it's from my buddy Tommy. He said, if you're my motivation, where does your motivation derive from? Well, it's because I'm broke. No, I'm just kidding. But my biggest motivation for, I guess, being consistent or making YouTube videos or just creating in general is, I've said it probably in 5 or 6 vlogs already, but it is a place where I'm able to authentically be myself and create innately without having to be judged by like other people in the physical world. Another place my motivation comes from is the idea of having kids one day. And when I do have kids, I definitely want them to have like this entire catalog of footage and video and photos of what their dad was up to when he was in his early 20s and just growing up in this physical world. So there you have your two answers. All right, and the last question, it's kind of goes hand in hand with the last one. It says, what keeps you going day in and day out? I don't think I have been able to keep going. It's more so like, this is what I must do. This is what feels right. And I think the term keep going, it's so funny. I literally read a post earlier today by one of my favorite creators, and I'm actually going to read it to you guys. It said, I hate the generic advice, keep going, to people who clearly have no traction. Hear me out. If something isn't working and getting you closer to your desired result, please don't keep looping and doing it. It'll actually drive you insane, plus keep you stuck. Please audit yourself, have a harsh conversation, adjust, and switch it up ASAP. Again, if it ain't working, don't keep going at it. Literally, you need to change how you do the thing. Refine your strategy, then your execution. That's, in my opinion, how you keep going. So what keeps me going is the fact that this shit has to work, and I will make it work one day. I just don't really fucking care how long that takes. The words that keep on ringing in my head is more patience, more courage, more patience, more courage. And you could flip it, more courage, more patience. Those are the two words that I keep reminding myself of the most, because when it isn't working, when you don't have, I guess, like an entire system or money coming in from the thing that you love to do, you have to keep pivoting. You have to keep changing. So if you just look at all my content from May of 2023 to now, there are so many different phases of the things that I was trying to do. It was just like sitting in front of a camera and talking for a little while. Then I bought this camera. Then I tried making like 60-second short film-esque value-driven content. And then now I'm doing vlogs. I just had this conversation with my buddy Akash yesterday, who I'm actually going to be filming with tomorrow. So tomorrow's vlog will be a lot better. He said yesterday that like he's in his own phase of growing pains, and so am I, where you're just trying to figure shit out and figure out what sticks. And that, I think, is how you define like keep going. You have to keep going until something works. And then when it works and has momentum, you want to build on that. And right now, I don't really think I have something that is quote unquote like working. So I'm going to keep going until I have that. So that's how I keep going. It's because shit isn't working yet, and it's going to work, and I need it to work. All right. So that concludes today's Q&A. I've been talking for about 12 minutes. After I chop all this shit up, it'll probably be half. But like I mentioned earlier, I have 9 other vlogs that are a lot more entertaining. So I apologize for the shitty, cheap, and uninteresting Q&A. But if you did find it interesting, I appreciate you. That says a lot about who you are as a person, your character, and how much love you have for me. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And I promise tomorrow will be a much better vlog. Tired of yapping. Much love. Take care. Peace.